What's going on, everybody? It's Voodoo here. Welcome to another channel update. This is for the week of Monday, September 24th of 2012 through Sunday, September 30th of 2012. Going to be another busy week filled with gameplay as it has been for the past couple of weeks. So to go ahead and get started with last week, what happened is that I began the game Borderlands 2. Now, unfortunately, I was only able to play one day of Borderlands 2 because I actually had a series of tests starting last Thursday. I had a test Thursday, Friday, and Monday, which was yesterday, and therefore, really, I was going through the gauntlet of taking tests through the weekend, and I wasn't able to play any more of the game. I played 12 parts. I was able to get all of those up for you guys over the weekend and actually upload a few more Darksiders 2 videos after I was finished, which gets me up to part 72 on Darksiders 2, which means I still have 19 more videos of those to upload, but I'll continue to do that when I have breaks in footage to try and catch up uploading that game. So that's what happened last week, and talking about this week coming up, it is more Borderlands 2. That is the plan for this week, a hardcore run of Borderlands 2, because I'm finished with my tests, and basically the only work I have to do is like routine stuff, you know, a little bit of homework here and there, you know, routine stuff that doesn't take my entire night. And so I'm going to be doing Borderlands 2 very hardcore, hopefully through this week and into early parts of next week until we get next week's release. Now I did the math, okay, and I'm planning on playing Borderlands 2 today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Okay, so I'm planning on playing it 7 days. The reason I'm not playing it Saturday, we have another home game for LSU this weekend, and as I've stated before, when we have a home game, that pretty much takes up our entire day. You know, we have usually friends over that we're visiting and hanging out with, and we go to the game, and that takes up a big chunk of our time. And I'll probably need a break after playing, you know, today, basically 4 days straight, Tuesday through Friday, hardcore playing, and I'll probably need a day to take a break from the game before I get too bored. You know, not because it's a bad game, but just because I've been playing it so much. Now, I know the game is long, alright, but if I did the math and I averaged about 16 videos a day, and 16 videos, that's what I call 2 rounds of footage for me, because I can get 8 videos on my camera before I have to empty it. So if I go 2 rounds of videos a day for those 7 days, I think that averages something like, I forget the exact numbers now, but it was like 112 or something like that parts, and then adding the 12 parts that I already have, that would get me around 124, 125 total parts. And I'm hoping that that's enough to beat the game. It should be. So if I can do that, if I can average that amount of videos a day, that would be awesome, and it would, you know, I'd be able to beat the game. Now, is that going to happen? I really have no idea. I'd like it to happen, but we'll see. Now, there's obviously going to be problems running into that, because if I pump out that many videos in 1 week, it's inevitable I'm going to fall way behind on the uploads, as you already saw from Darksiders 2. That's just going to be a theme this entire gaming season, all these games, is I'm just going to be falling behind on uploads, and there's not much I can do about that. I can't really control the internet speeds here, so the system that I might start adopting, and I'll ask for your feedback on this to see what you think. But what I might do is, since we have another new release next week, which is Resident Evil 6, what I might do is start an alternating system of uploads, meaning, you know, that, okay, maybe on the first day I do Resident Evil 6, I still won't have all the Borderlands 2 videos up. So let's say I do the first day of Resident Evil 6, and maybe on that first day I upload nothing but Resident Evil 6, because it just came out, I just played it. And then after that I take up a system of alternating one Borderlands 2 video, one Resident Evil 6 video, and back and forth like that, which means it'll take longer to upload both of those games in their entirety, but the good news is that I can get both games going at the same time. And people who are interested in Resident Evil 6 can watch Resident Evil 6, and the people who are interested in Borderlands 2 can continue to watch that, and they'll be going on basically at the same time. And as I upload a Borderlands 2 video, if you're interested in both, you can watch Resident Evil 6, and then, oh, my next Borderlands 2 video is up, you can go continue that and keep going back and forth like that, so you can watch both of them. So I think that's what I'm ultimately going to adopt and probably keep that running through the duration of this this really hardcore gaming time. And we'll see how it works out. We'll see how people respond to it. So, just something that I'm planning, you know, keeping in mind and seeing how it works in the future. So, more or less, that's the plan for this week. Now, I'm actually going to be doing, directly after this video, so the video you will see next after this video is going to be another episode of Voodoo's Thoughts, in which I'll be discussing an issue that, as of last night, Monday night, sports fans across the entire world are already aware of. It's been a huge issue all through the night, all through into today. I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about if you follow football. The extremely controversial touchdown to end the game last night against the Packers and the Seahawks. They cost the Packers the game, and of course everyone's talking about the replacement officials, and this is the breaking point and all that kind of stuff. And just to give you a little precursor into it, the reason that I'm actually planning on playing doing a normal day of gameplay for Borderlands 2 on Sunday when I normally don't, is because I'm actually, as of now, boycotting the NFL, and I will not watch any NFL games through this week, meaning Thursday, Sunday, or Monday, except for the Saints game, because that's my home team, and I still feel that the New Orleans Saints, the players, the organization still deserves the support of their home fans to watch their games. But other than that one game, and I'm only watching it to support my team, I will not be watching any other NFL games this weekend out of protest. And so my Sunday, other than that one game, will be completely open, whereas usually I watch football all day on Sunday. Not this Sunday, just the one game, and then I'll be free the rest of the day to continue to do gameplay as I boycott the NFL. So that's just a little precursor into the Voodoo's Thoughts. I'll be talking about the game, I'll be talking about that call, and then I'll be talking in general about the entire issue, the replacement refs, what I think of how the whole situation has been handled, and what I think that NFL fans should do at this point. And you probably have an idea after what I just told you. So that will be coming directly after this video. So the plan for today is going to be to upload this channel update. Then you will see Voodoo's Thoughts, episode whatever it is, I haven't checked yet, regarding the replacement officials and the scandal from last night. Then I will be jumping onto the Xbox and playing hopefully 16 parts of Borderlands 2, and you will see, not all 16, so I can get all 16 up tonight, but you will see Borderlands 2 upload after the Voodoo's Thoughts, which will be coming up after this. So that's the uploading plan for tonight. The uploading plan for the rest of the week is going to be Borderlands 2, and that's what you're going to see all during the week, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that I can actually get through and beat the game. I'm gonna try to do as many side quests and stuff as I can do. If it gets to a point though where I feel like I'm close to beating the game and I'm right there at the end, and we're running out of time, then I'll probably just beat the game. If we have any leftover side quests to do, then I apologize. Maybe I'll go back to them at the end of the year if I have some time, or maybe unfortunately I'll just have to leave it at that. That's the plans for this week. Hope you guys enjoy it. Want to do something very special right now, okay, for those of you who have watched to the end, because this is a pretty short channel update, which I've been planning on doing, and I'm going to end something right now, alright? What I have right here is a list And this list contains my top 10 games from 2011. So, after all the nonsense that went on with me not getting this done, I'm going to read to you right now the list of my top 10 games of 2011 so that you know, and this is finally over and I reveal it, okay? So, here we go, alright? Top 10 games of 2011. Now, I got through a few of these way back in the early part of this year. Just a refresher, alright? My honorable mention game from last year was Rage, alright? My number 10 game was Killzone 3. Number 9 was Dead Island. Number 8 was Infamous 2. And I think I got up to number 7, which was LA Noire. I'm pretty sure. Alright, so that's just a reminder. Now the rest, I have 6 through 1, alright? And I'll talk a little bit about why some games maybe beat some others out. But LA Noire is at 7. Now, none of these have been revealed yet until now. My number 6 game from last year was Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. A game that people might have thought, should be higher on the list, but I really thought that the game, the combat in the game was extremely difficult and kind of cheap, much cheaper than it had been in the past, and I felt that the plot of the game was unfortunately a little bit recycled, and it's been the same plot now pretty much across all 3 Uncharted games. And compared to the other games on my list, I just felt that we had kind of been there, done that already. It was still a great game, but as far as all the other ones, it just didn't possess that originality and that, we've kind of seen it before. And so that's why it's down there on my list. My number 5 game of 2011 was Assassin's Creed Revelations, a game that I was very impressed with. A game I didn't think I was going to like very much, considering I stopped playing Assassin's Creed Brotherhood because I got so bored. It was like a repeat of Assassin's Creed 2, but Assassin's Creed Revelations really upped the ante for me. I really enjoyed the game. I thought the plot was the best so far in Assassin's Creed. I thought that the new location was amazing and beautiful. And just really overall, I thought the game was exceptional. And I was very pleased with Assassin's Creed Revelations. Of course, you can go watch my game reviews on any of these games to get my full thoughts on these games. So that was number 5. Now we have top 4. Coming in at these top 4 were extremely hard to put in order for me. Each game inching out the other by just like a minuscule amount. But at number 4 for 2011, I had Dead Space 2. And I thought this game was exceptional. I thought it was extremely good. First game I played last year in 2011, and I thought it was outstanding. It was the first game that I did a full playthrough of on this channel. And I really loved the game. I thought it was so much better than the first. A lot of good improvements over the first. But they had a multiplayer component. Unfortunately, I really didn't think that the multiplayer was that great in the game, and it's very difficult. But it's a tremendous game. It's just compared to the other 3 games I had on this list, I didn't feel that it beat these other 3 games, but it was still a fantastic game. Loved it, and really enjoyed playing that as the first full playthrough on my channel. So the top 3 were extremely hard to place, but I thought about this for a long time back when I made this list, and the number 3 game, now keep in mind these are only games that I played, obviously. There was a lot of other games in 2011 that might be on this list, I just didn't play them. But on number 3, I have Batman Arkham City. I thought that game was phenomenal. And the more removed I get from playing it, the more I kind of appreciate and realize just how good of a game it was. A tremendous game. Very, very well made, well researched. Pretty much every villain from Batman that you can really imagine was present in this game. Tremendous amount of things to do in the game. The game was long, it gave you value for your money, the plot was exceptional, the graphics were exceptional, really everything about Batman was exceptional. And really when it comes down to me rating these top 3 games, it more comes out on personal preference, because all 3 of these games were so good that it really just came down to personal preference for me for gameplay. And necessarily the gameplay of Batman Arkham City wasn't my favorite, to be honest, but I thought the game was incredible, and it was really an excellent game, and it gets number 3 for me. For me, number 2 for 2011 was the game Portal 2. And again, the game was fantastic. I almost gave the game a perfect 10 in my review of the game. I just thought that really everything that you could ask for from a Portal full-length game was in the game. Amazing game, and really hardly any flaws with the game at all, except for the fact that there was really no replayability once you've beaten the single player. But other than that, fantastic. I mean, the co-op mode in the game was fantastic that I played through. Unique puzzles. You never got bored playing that game. Very funny and quirky humor, just as in Portal 1, but even better in Portal 2. The use of new gadgets and new ways to solve puzzles, and how they kept introducing new ways to solve puzzles all the way till the end of the game, kept you entertained. It was a fantastic game. I love Portal 2, one of my favorite games of all time. But my number 1 top game of 2012, after a lot of thought and deliberation in my head, I thought that the best game from 2011 was in fact the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. I thought, for what it was, I didn't even beat the game. I mean, but I've played like over 100 parts of the game, not even close to beating it. But the simple fact that the game is that huge, there's that much to do in the game, just really the amount of gameplay you get playing Skyrim, and not just amount of gameplay, but good gameplay, solid gameplay, fun gameplay, the fact that you can replay the game multiple times with different characters, the fact that you can make your character whatever you want your character to be. Really, just everything about the game screams Game of the Year. Very close competition. Some of those other games, Batman and Portal, were definitely in the consideration in my top Game of the Year. I think those top 3 were the ones I was deciding between Game of the Year. But out of all 3, I think Skyrim wins just simply because of the amount of gameplay, the value you get for your dollar playing that game. Unfortunately, PS3 users of Skyrim really kind of got screwed and continue to get screwed till this point, because the game has never worked properly on PS3. This whole issue with the Dawnguard DLC, I kind of figured ahead of time that there were going to be problems with the PS3 version of this game. I got the game on Xbox 360, so I didn't have to deal with any of these problems. I'm sure a PS3 user would definitely not put Skyrim at the top of their list. But I do. I thought the game was fantastic, and thought it was deserving of my top spot of 2012. 11, sorry. We're in 2012 now. So, there you go. I finally revealed the rest of my list. Not necessarily the way I wanted to get it done, but I have to get it done in September. So, it's done. I revealed it. Take it as you will. This year, for my top 10 games that I've played in 2012, I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it. I'm probably going to just make a video telling you my games, doing a little bit of talking like I did for this, and just get it out of the way and get it done on time. But there you go. So a little special treat at the end of this channel update. Hope you enjoyed. And stick around if you're a football fan for my Voodoo's thoughts on the current situation with the NFL and the replacement officials. You will not want to miss that. And more Borderlands 2 coming your way tonight and throughout the rest of the week. So I'm Voodoo51292. Thank you guys very much. Remember to, and I usually don't say this, but I would like people to comment, rate, and subscribe if you like what you see in this video, you liked other videos, you like my gameplay. Please do. I hope our community keeps growing, and I'll do everything to continue to try to make the channel better and have it grow. So thank you guys very much. I'll see you with Voodoo's thoughts of Borderlands 2 after this. So stay tuned.